Yeah, just everything about it is cool.
See, that's why you just smoke weed instead of cigarettes, then,
Oh
because it's
no,
still
no,
smoking.
smoking weed is lame.
Real? Why? What about the substance that you're smoking makes it lame versus cool?
It just, it just, it's the
Yeah,
vibes.
smoking a heavily physically addictive stimulant is cool,
Uh-huh.
but smoking a slightly psychoactive relaxant
Hmm.
that is not physically addictive is uncool.
I'm glad you understand.
Uh-huh.
Just like it's the vibes. Like you think of like, a girl smoking a cigarette, uh, that gives completely different vibes than a girl like smoking a blunt. Like I want the
Yes.
like I
The
want the
girl
I want the
smoking a
girl smoking
cigarette,
a cigarette.
the girl smoking a cigarette vibe, it's like, to me that's like a little intense.
Yeah.
Two things, right? Like if I was
Yeah,
like on a date with
same.
someone and they
It's
were
great.
I understand what you're saying. But two things. If I was on a date with someone smoking a cigarette, now I'd be more hesitant to kiss them because I hate the taste of cigarettes. Like,
Mm-hmm.
because I have kissed somebody after they smoked a cigarette and it does not taste good.
Mm-hmm.
B, like, I don't know, just like, yeah, I don't know. I guess you are right that like maybe the intensity of the vibe of someone who does that you just like.
Mm-hmm. Also, yeah, I think a lot of people are like into like the taste of like cigarettes when they kiss you.
Interesting.
Not really like my thing necessarily, but I also don't like hate it.
Yeah, I mean, like I would put up with it, but it does detract from it for me.
I see. Yeah,
But the
that's fair.
taste of like weed, like
The thing,
that's completely neutral for me.
I don't mind the smell in like the initial like phase, like while you're smoking it. The smell part that bothers me is that it like sticks to your hands and shit.
Uh huh.
That is the part that bothers me. Um, um, yeah.
The initial smell really does bother me. I don't know why. It's just
It's
very like.
it's hard to get it off your hands too. Like you gotta get like baking soda or something. Wow, splat hollow, awesome. I love getting splatted.
Yeah, weed smoke doesn't linger like at all. Like maybe for like a couple hours,
I
but
like yeah. It doesn't stick as bad, but I will say that I absolutely despise weed smell.
that's fair. Obviously, I was a starter for 6 years, so I have a positive association with it.
Uh-uh. I think it's just like whatever you're addicted to, you like the smell of.
Yeah, it's understandable.
Did you start smoking again, by the way?
No, no,
No.
it's
Okay.
been 9.5 months.
Hell yeah. Yeah. Sick.
Yep.
I'm not gonna lie. I like every time you were like, I think I could quit, like whenever I wanted to, I was like, yeah, that's copium.
And
So
yeah, this was the rare instance of it actually being true.
I was like, yeah, yeah. GG on proving me wrong.
I do think that I have a higher than average willpower because,
Mhm.
like, same thing when I was like, because I used to be such a like, oh, I eat fucking pizza with cheese every day and like have so much like dairy snacks, etc., etc. When I was like, I'm gonna try being vegan, so many people are like, you're not gonna last a week,
Mhm.
you know? And
Mhm.
like giving up that kind of diet was really like
Yeah.
not that bad for me in
Mhm.
comparison to like what other people told me. Like within a week, they're like, I'm dying.
Mhm.
But yeah, like I think I am genuinely surprised with the weed thing too because I was a heavy stoner. Like wake up, dab, like and then
Mhm.
like take like 10 to 12 dabs
Right.
throughout the rest of the day.
Yeah.
Like it was
Uh-huh.
all day every day. And so
Mhm.
I am genuinely surprised that it was as easy as it was for me.
Yeah, that's sick though.
I think what made it
Did you
easier was
get like withdrawals at all? Like did you
not really. That's what surprised. First of all, I know
dang.
it's not physically addictive, but still, anything can be
Yeah.
mentally addictive,
Uh-huh,
right?
for
That's the
sure.
thing.
Yeah.
Um, I think what it was is I treated sobriety as a new kind of high because I didn't experience it very often.
That's so
Um,
funny.
you know what I mean? I was not
Yeah.
sober for so long that
Uh-huh.
I was like every day being like, oh, this is an interesting experience doing this thing because I haven't done it sober in like a long time, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Yeah, I will say, also like it's kind of an interesting vibe with like me not smoking very often, but like also like needing it in the fact that um like I still like get the like the buzzy feeling like that like a regular like cigarette smoker wouldn't get like at
yeah,
all.
exactly. Yeah, you don't have a physical tolerance to it, so you still
Uh-huh.
get the positive effects of being
Uh-huh.
like quote unquote new to it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Also,
I think
Liliana,
the
what do you mean? Kissing is fine, but the taste down there is what I mind. What? Are you saying
yeah,
like cum?
I don't
Are you saying
yeah,
like it makes your cum taste bad or something? What are you
yeah, I
saying?
don't think your genitals get tainted by smoking cigarettes. Maybe I'm crazy. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, I think the real thing that solidified that like I wasn't addicted is when Skunk came down. Uh, she went and got weed and was smoking pretty much the whole time, and I had
Hmm.
no interest in doing it when I smoked her
Hell
doing
yeah.
it. You know, and I
Yeah,
was
it
like,
wasn't
okay,
even
I'm
like you had
never.
to stop yourself. It was like you didn't have
No,
interest in doing it.
yeah, exactly. It wasn't
That's
like I
sick.
was fighting to join.
Awesome.
I don't know if that's true, Liliana.
You're talking about cum? Well, that isn't going to be an issue with me. Don't worry.
What do you mean by that? You're gonna enjoy that it'll taste like it a little bit? Is that what you're
No,
saying?
no, no. I'm saying that I no longer produce cum, so that is not going to be an
Oh,
issue.
really? Not even like a little bit?
Like very tiny amounts now. Like it, and it just kind of like leaks out later usually. Um, yeah, it's gone down a lot in the like last 6 months. Like I used to at least produce some, but yeah, now it's like basically
Okay,
nothing.
so I have a question. I don't know how to phrase it. I mean, it's gonna be personal, so I mean,
Uh-huh,
it's just gonna sound
uh-huh.
personal.
No, no, it's fine.
I feel like the more you produce, like during an experience, the more intense the orgasm feels because you know, like the release is a big part of like how the orgasm feels. So, like, does it still feel intense without
Oh, it feels way
coming
more
out?
intense because you're having like like it's more like a like fuller body orgasm than like just your
Okay,
dick.
I have heard Kara say the same thing that it becomes more body centric, but did the feeling of it literally like on your tip feel less
Hmm.
intense? Because I feel like the most intense part
No.
of releasing for me is how it feels coming out.
Uh-uh.
It still feels the same way. Like
No.
interesting. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, maybe I just like don't really remember, but like it definitely has like it's like increased sensitivity afterwards, if anything, you know what I mean, for like a while.
Uh huh. Interesting. Liliana said that she is talking about girl cop.
Oh, fuck, man. It's annoying.
Oh, that was close.
I almost got that flop, but not quite. Um, I know some people like still produce some, but it's like, I mean, after you've been on HRT for a while, it's pretty rare. Yeah, I used to be on that vibe too, Liliana, where like it usually was like not a whole lot, but like there was some, like if it was like, a particularly intense one or like built up longer or something. But yeah, most of the time now there's just like nothing, or it just like a little bit leaks out later. Um, yeah, I've been with like people who smoke, and I've never like remember tasting tasting cigarettes on their cum or genitals. That sounds kind of fucked up. I mean, doesn't sound like fake or anything. Sounds like it could exist, but maybe not for everyone. I don't know. Jock was mid. Bruh, stop bonking there. Ah, I hate that. I hate just losing like half of my Jock time save.
Oh, the fact that you're ahead after a second try at passage is kind of nuts.
Yeah, I mean, it's just a bisque bowling run.
Mm.
It's bisque bowling. It was just like a lot of shitty movement errors, like getting splatted in Dark Hollow and bonking in Magic Crafter's Homeworld, which isn't applied on my splits yet, but I just did it as I was saying that. Yeah. Too many movement errors. I turned around that corner so slow because I had like height on one earlier on pace and like absolutely did not need to push it and fucking flopped on the corner, and I just like wanted to die because the fish ladder problems have continued into today. Oh yeah, I don't know anything about that. I haven't really looked into that stuff just because I don't really have bottom dysphoria.
Bottom
Sounds
dysphoria. Interesting. Is that just being like
like dysphoric
dysphoric
of your
about your genitals?
genitals.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
What tricks am I missing in PB? No, I have both MDS and the new Twilight. Just bowling, bowling and anything in Cliffdown. And MDS, I technically have a lot of time save on if I just get an insta roll. My MDS and PB is really slow. I do get it, it's just slow. There's 7 seconds of time save if I have a no setup insta roll MDS. But yeah, then there's like, you know, movement time saves elsewhere. Yeah, in PB I just run through Clifftown. Jacques jump. I also don't do in PB, which is like a second and a half save. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Composer?
I'll say you're the only person I see push blowhard as much as I do, because like every other runner I see who's like top level, the cycle for them starts to move like a little bit later. And
Yeah.
I've always noticed, like, I always get a slightly earlier cycle, and you get that same cycle. I think you charge really early after the boost, like I do.
Yeah.
run for it.
Man, not even gonna give me the copium chance? That's fucked up.
Third tries the copium chance on this kind of pace.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like copium of like, yeah, if I just, you know, have insta-roll MDS and have a clean Cliff Town with both tricks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, it's a little copium for sure. I'll just go for execution. I'll go for like what I would have done if I got first try. I'll go for execution, maybe, I guess. Like, I think I could just run through dry and maybe actually still execution PB this, but I'm not gonna do that. Dude, why is he not turning right on that? Yeah. It's frustrating. It's frustrating not knowing why. That is the frustrating part about, like, no setup.
Yeah,
It's like
for sure.
feeling like you did it right and having absolutely no clue why it didn't work.
It's way harder to diagnose, yeah.
Yeah. I guess we'll see if it's still possible, like, running through and missing it. So, at least I missed it in a fast way. The 2.5 seconds of time lost from Cliff doesn't help either. From Cliff first. One, two, three, four. How much did I lose? 23? Okay, yeah, this is still perfectly doable. That was a gold? Really? Interesting. Didn't feel like one. Mm. Yeah, I feel like the fact that this has a chance to execution PB is really funny. Like the Splat and Dark Hollow, the like what third cycle passage boost or whatever, and no bowling. Or was it no biscuit? I don't remember. No one. Or oh no, it was bisque bowling. Never mind. It was bisque bowling. There was just like fucking like 10 seconds of movement errors or something. Something stupid. Oh, where'd my jump go, man? It just lost me like fucking 0.5. Annoying.
Dude, holy shit. Fucking Laura's on day 1 of OnlyFans. She already has over 1,000 subs. That's crazy.
Jesus. It's wild. GG.
GG. I gotta figure out how to set up a dono goal without whatever service I use taking anything from me.
What about
Put your Cash App or Venmo in bio. That's pretty much the only way.
True, but I think that by having a bar on the stream that auto fills, it'd be more likely to entice people because they A, get to see it go up, and B, get to see how far it is, you know?
Yeah, it's that execution. I think that's only execution. I think that's like same execution as my execution PB before, unless you like count the fact that I lost time for it being Clifftown instead of Dry Canyon, in which case it is execution PB. So I don't know. It depends how copium you want to be about it.
Consider everything that went wrong. That's a sick time.
Yeah, bonk in Town Square, fucking Splat in Dark Hollow, so that's like 4. Yeah. And 10 to passage boost. 9.5 really, 9.5. 13.5. Another bonk there. 14. Yeah, just like bad movement in this run, honestly. In a lot of places. 23 Tucos, 27. Then just kind of completely mid peacekeepers. Only box flop, nothing else. Good end to the run though. Everything after missing MDS was more or less really good. Need to look up whether I was like counting Clifftown copium or not in my previous execution PB tracking. If so, that's what 22.7 plus 2.5 is